in my country we have more than 45 tribes.
Okay.
And all those 45 tribes, everyone speaks a different language. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Whoa,
So, wow.
whoa,
Whoa.
yeah.
Wow.
So, no.
Whoa.
The first nanny we ever had was like very curious because I'm Kenyan, right? So
Okay.
she asked me, "Can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Sure, go for it." She's like, "Are people from Africa black because the sun is hotter there?"
Okay. See, I do watch your channel. You see?
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Hey everybody, vote for me. The elections are in 2 weeks. Oof.
Welcome to episode 1 of A Wander with JB, and today I'm here with a good friend of mine called Brian. Introduce yourself, mate. Who are you? Where you from? Etc.
All right. Thank you. My name is Brian. Brian Otieno. Though I hardly use that name. I usually use the name Brian on my online socials. I am Kenyan. I was born and brought up in Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya, and I came to live in Thailand in the month of October of 2018. So I've already been here 4 years, 5 months, no, 6 months, something like that. Anyways, I'm not so good at mathematics. The only math I'm good at is counting money.
Myself and Brian are going to take a drive around Nong Chok, Bangkok's largest district and least populated. We are going to stop in a few places and we'll have a bit of a chat. Get to know Brian a bit. He does have his own YouTube channel. It's called BRYAN'S MUSINGS. So in today's video, we're going to get to know Brian a little bit better. And as Brian's from Kenya, I thought we'd make part of today's video a little bit of fun. Now, when people go to Kenya on holiday, they're more often than not going to go on safari and they're looking for the big five. So let's go on a suburban safari.
Let's all go on the urban safari. We might.
When you first arrived here, what surprised you about this place compared to where you're from?
So actually the first time I arrived here was back in 2013. Which month was it? April 2013. We had come here with my wife, then girlfriend. We just came here for a visit for like 1.5 weeks. We came for Songkran. It was my first experience of Songkran. What surprised me the most was the heat. It was literally too hot, and coming from where I come from in Kenya, Nairobi is pretty cold, and if you wanted to really experience the heat, you had to go to the beach, Diani or Mombasa, Malindi, things like that. But now this is Bangkok. We're not anything close to a beach, but I could really feel the heat. I was sweating literally every time. So that's what hit me the first thing, the heat. And then again, what I enjoyed the most the first time was like how friendly people seemed. They seemed very friendly, but maybe because it was also during Songkran, so everyone was like in a good mood, applying that white powder. I don't even remember the name of it. They were like so curious to touch my skin, put the white powder all over me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. This is a new culture, this is a new experience. So that was quite something.
Do you remember thinking, or something you've learned since, were there any similarities to home? Anything here that you found similar, the street food or anything? Well,
The food is totally different from what we have back home. But what I can say, one of the biggest similarities, traffic. We also do have crazy bad traffic in Nairobi, but I feel the difference between Nairobi and Bangkok is there are far much polite drivers here than back home. And then again, you know, when you're driving, you're stuck in traffic back in my country, everyone is just like honking, making noise, screaming, yelling, shouting at each other. But over here, it's totally something refreshing. You're stuck in traffic, but there's complete order, you know? The silence, no one is honking, no one is yelling at you, or no such thing. Of course, I've seen one or two people yelling, but that's not something I would say it's a common occurrence.
Let's all go on the urban safari. We might.
It's got some big fish in here. Look. Sorry, that was roadman speak. He's got some big fish in here. Look.
So that's the spear.
Big muck, huh?
He's waiting for me to start asking me questions.
I'm going to start asking questions right now. Now, I'm just going to ask you a couple of quick questions about Thailand. So, do you eat street food at all, or do you eat more in restaurants?
I eat street food a lot. I only do restaurants when I'm with my family because I have 2 young kids who are very picky, and yes, one of my children has allergies, tons of allergies, so we can't really afford to eat street food when I'm with them.
Right. I
only do street food when I'm alone or with my wife.
Okay, and what's your favourite Thai food off the top of your head? What's your #1 Thai food?
I love pad krapao with pork.
Okay.
And egg, fried egg. Then my second best meal is pad thai.
Okay.
Do you know something interesting? When we used to live in Nairobi, we'd go to one of the fancy restaurants. We order for pad thai. It used to cost $12 a plate. $12. So you're coming from buying a $12 meal in Nairobi to getting it off the side of the street for like literally $1.
That's pretty good, no?
I know, but I love pad thai. I used to love pad thai, but after we came to Thailand, my allegiance switched now to pad krapao. Then again, it is the most popular meal in Thailand, right? Okay. Krabi has to be my best location. Okay. I've been there numerous times with my family, but a place I've not yet been to, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, the northern bit of Thailand, I haven't really visited yet. So I want to go to Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai. I also want to go to Ubon, the eastern area. Ah. Yeah, because I have friends who are from the eastern area and they tell me that's a totally different feel and vibe of Thailand. I also want to experience it. When you're living in another country, you also need to be respectful of the people who are there, right? Yes. So of course, if you're nice and mindful of the Thai people, they are going to reciprocate. They're going to be nicer to you as well. But don't abuse that, you know, their niceness. Yes. Yeah. So I will still say it's land of smiles, because even if you go somewhere you're lost, you try to ask any person, they will gladly help you, like with a smiling face. Then you end up leaving them like you're really happy, you're glad you met that person to ask for help from them, you know. Yes. So even if maybe you might not totally understand each other, but definitely they will go out of their way to try and help you.
Great. This bench is like a pencil with no lead. Pointless.
Let's all go on the urban safari.
What the heck? I'm in Minburi and I've just seen monkeys. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. Look, I'm on Klong Sen Sap and there's a monkey down there. Look, look, look. I want to see if I can get it for you. Look, look, look. Can you see it? Look, look, look. Oh, I need a zoom. Someone enlighten me as to what's going on, but over there are three monkeys.
Now, if you think that was surprising, monkeys in Bangkok, you're really going to want to watch until the end of the video, because the animal that appears in this area on film at the end of this video is quite astounding. You won't believe it, you won't guess it. You can have 5 guesses now, I guarantee you won't guess what animal it was.
In case you didn't know, Bryan has actually got his own YouTube channel and it's called BRYAN'S MUSINGS. I'll put a link in the description below. Do you actually watch much YouTube, Bryan?
Of late, no.
No?
Of late, no. Because I haven't also been producing content, right. So it would be quite hypocritical of me to go onto YouTube to watch other people's videos, and haven't made any myself. So
who out of, like, you have watched Thai content before, obviously you're aware of most YouTubers there. Who would you say your 3 favourite YouTubers are in this area? Who do you like to watch and why?
He's #1.
No, let's not be silly. Let's not include me in the conversation whatsoever.
So I like watching Gary, the roaming cook. Okay. I like his videos because he's a friend. I've met him personally many times. I watch his videos not because he is my friend, but because he makes good content. He goes out of his way to try and get good places for people to eat, especially for foreigners. And he also kind of like simplifies whatever he's taking, and he's quite descriptive, you know? Yeah. He kind of makes you feel like you're there with him to enjoy the food and all that. And my second one...
So the thinking man's Mark Wheans then, yeah?
No, I like Mark Queens. I used to watch Mark Queens from.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I like Mark Queens. I knew about him from a couple of years back, but what I feel, okay, I know this. People might take this the wrong way, but I do feel at times maybe his reactions are exaggerated, you know?
No.
Because you cannot make the same face for all meals.
Yeah.
Not all meals are delicious, you know?
I know, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Whoa, like,
Wow, whoa,
yeah,
wow,
so, no.
whoa.
You know, I wasn't prepared for this at all.
I know you weren't. It doesn't have just be off the cuff. Who you like to watch?
There is this upcoming new YouTuber. His name is Dan
Okay.
Bangkok.
Okay.
He's
Yeah, I know.
actually one of your friends.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been filming him before. He's a really nice guy.
He only has a couple of videos, but I do like how he puts his videos.
Yeah.
He's someone I wouldn't mind making a video with.
Yeah.
Second to you.
He's a really nice guy, man, Dan. He knows his stuff as well.
That's true. That's true. So the third one has to be me.
Okay.
They've become a very lazy YouTuber of late.
Okay.
I wanted to name his channel, but he refused. He told me no.
Okay, so big up your channel then. Why is your channel best? And what are you going to give us over the next year, Brian? Because I know you're dying to start filming again.
I want to start filming. It's only that I've been too busy of late, but I usually do make travel content videos.
Okay.
Never about food reviews.
Okay.
I've only made one for a friend of mine.
Right,
but,
okay.
I don't do food reviews. I'm not so good at describing about food or making wow,
Okay.
you know, sort of reactions. Yes, in the next 1 month I will be traveling to a different place, so I'm hoping to make as much content as possible.
Brilliant.
For my viewers, new and upcoming ones, hopefully.
Okay.
So please subscribe so they can also check me out. I am not usually this chatty on my channel because I don't know, you know, when it's you holding your own camera recording yourself,
Yes.
you don't sound as interesting as you think you are, right? But when you're on someone else's channel, they're like, hey guys, what's up?
Sawadee
I'm all cool, you know? Sawadee krap.
Yeah, that's very true. No, and I do know what you mean. Sometimes you don't like to blow your own trumpet too much, right?
No.
You know, so are we going to get all content from Thailand, or are you going to visit Kenya again this year?
Kenya, I have to go to Kenya every year.
Personally, just from a selfish point of view, I would like to see content on Kenya, mate.
I do have some on my channel.
I know you do, but I'd like
I
to
need
see,
to make more. That's what you mean.
I'd like to see a lot more, mate. Honestly.
Yes, I will be traveling to Kenya later on in the year, and definitely I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna make more content, you know. And in Kenya, you know, we don't live on trees or have lions as our neighbors.
Sure. And that's often the misconception you were saying as well. Everyone thinks that everywhere in Africa is really hot all the time, right?
That's true.
But it's just not, is it?
Yeah, I remember the first time we came. Okay, not the first time. When we came to live in Thailand, slightly over 4 years ago.
Right.
The first nanny we ever had was like very curious because I'm Kenyan, right? So she asked me, can I ask you a question? I'm like, sure, go for it. She's like, are people from Africa black because the sun is hotter there?
Okay. Innocent enough question, I guess.
Innocent enough question.
Mate?
So
yeah.
I told her, do you actually know the sun is far much hotter in Southeast Asia than it is in back in my country? She was like, no, you're lying. So I had to check out the weather app, show her the app. At that particular time in Nairobi it was about 17 degrees, and in Thailand it was 2 times that, it was 34. She couldn't believe it. So she's like, then why are Africans black?
Let me ask you this then, what would you say to, if there's any Thai viewers now, why should they visit Kenya on holiday?
Actually, this is quite interesting. The last time I went to Kenya last year, on the same flight from Bangkok, I was on a Qatari air flight. Bangkok to Doha, Doha to Nairobi. I was with a group of 3 Thai people.
Okay.
It's only that my Thai is pathetic, but they were very excited to go to Kenya. They were going to do the Masai Mara tour.
Yeah.
So for the Thai people, if you want to go visit Kenya, we also do have very beautiful beaches.
Okay, yeah.
And the people are also as warm and welcoming. The people are also as warm and welcoming as the Thai people are. So definitely you'll feel like you're in an extension of Thailand, but on a different continent, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the main reasons coming? I mean, obviously we've got the obvious safaris, right? We've got great beaches, mountains,
food
as well,
and culture. We have tons of culture. In my country we have more than 45 tribes.
Okay.
And all those 45 tribes, everyone speaks a different language.
Really? What?
Yes.
All
and
of them? Wow.
Also with all those groups, right?
Yeah.
We also make different kinds of meals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get to Africa, you get to Kenya. You'll get to enjoy like different cuisines.
Okay.
But you shouldn't worry at all. As much as we have 45 tribes, everyone in Kenya speaks English and Swahili. So you'll still be able to get by regardless of where you are.
So let me ask you this then, just to come on from there. Are there any Kenyan restaurants in Bangkok, and are they any good? And if there are, what should I try?
Unfortunately, I'm sweating. Unfortunately, we don't have any Kenyan restaurants here. We do have other African country restaurants, unfortunately. So most of the time here in Bangkok, if I want to enjoy African meals, I either go to an Ethiopian restaurant. One of my good friends owns it. It's called Thai Ethiopian restaurant. You should try it.
I should, yeah.
Yeah. And I also have another friend. He's West African. He also makes good West African dishes. He's based out in Nonthaburi. His name is Diaby.
Did you do a video?
I did a video.
I'm sure I saw it, and he cooked some really nice fish as well, doesn't
I've
he?
actually made videos about the two places, Thai Ethiopian restaurant and Diaby's restaurant.
I've seen them both actually. I think you went with Gary Butler, didn't you?
To the Ethiopian restaurant.
Yes, I have seen them both, then, mate.
Yes,
see,
yes.
see, I do watch your channel. You see?
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
Let's all go on the urban safari, we might.
Hi, Charlesy. I'm trying not to do myself on the electric fence today, mate. How you doing? You all right? What a good boy. I left Brian alone for 2 minutes. I went walking around there. I've come back and look what he's doing. He's found his...
Well, you know, back in my days.
He's found his happy place.
This is my happy place. No? If my son was to see this video, he'll be like, you totally disown me, you know? He'll be like, Daddy, that's me supposed to do that, not you. She's already smiling at me, man.
Yeah.
It's okay. Somebody go. Sneaky little bastard.
That's why I bought this car. You think I'm joking, don't you? This is why I bought this car. For easy access and for filming and for seeing wildlife. Look.
Yes, for Brian to make videos out of your roof, right?
Yep.
I was actually mentioning I feel like a politician's up here. Hey everybody, vote for me. The elections are in 2 weeks. Oh fuck, it's hot.
Can you believe you're in Bangkok, man?
It doesn't look like Bangkok, man. It's so nice, calm, quiet.
Welcome to Bangkok.
Considering that I live in the city.
Bloody car.
Let's all go on the urban safari, we might.
Hello. Why are your tongues waggling? Does anyone know why they're sticking their tongues out and dribbling? Next animal on the list on this Bangkok safari are these ducks. Look, we have these, let's call them coops, whatever, where the ducks and the geese and that. These are all over Thailand. And basically they just shit on the floor. All the crap goes through into the water. The fish eat the crap. And then fishermen catch the fish and eat the fish. So it's the only food that's needed. Look, if you want to know how many fish are in this lake, I mean, look. Not sure if that camera will pick it up or not, but look, there are literally. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Literally.
Okay, be careful, because these guys are sharp too, eh?
Let me get the hooks out.
Okay. He might jump around. I think we get the fish first.
Okay.
Or, if you got it, you got
I got it. One more hook. Okay, get the fish.
Get the fish.
We haven't been drinking alcohol. We've been drinking a herbal drink that is it's actually quite nice, and it's 100% legal. It's called Kratom. What do you think of that, Brian?
It's really wonderful, especially now that I've mixed it with some bit of gin.
Yeah.
Just to give it taste. But
taste.
even eat on its own, it's really delicious.
Okay.
It's my first time, so in case you see me smiling too much, don't blame it on the drink. Blame it on the nice, beautiful day we are having today, you know.
It's really good. Just for a minute, back to this drink, right? How would you say, because I'll put a link in down below to a video Brian just did recently on a South Pacific Islands drink called
Kava.
K-A-V-A.
Yes.
Which is another totally herbal, natural, legal drink.
100% natural.
Just for first impressions, how would you say this sort of compares?
This one tastes better than Kava.
Okay.
Yeah, because Kava sort of tastes like something earthy, sort of like maybe not this kind of water, but
I'm only joking, man.
it's as if you're drinking some water that has like some sort of soil in it.
Really herby and earthy.
Yeah, but it's not too strong a taste.
Okay.
But it's kind of like, you know, relaxed.
Yeah.
This one, on the other hand, you can definitely tell that the taste is far much sweeter.
Okay.
Granted, it is my first time taking anything that has kratom.
So I've been told it's just kratom leaves and it's boiled and brewed into a tea mixed with raspberry tea and then carbonated.
Yeah, and you can even see some sediments down here.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And then a little gin added too. We've had a
flavor.
good day.
But
So,
the big difference about this and Kava is Kava, you just take the Kava powder, mix it with the water, and it's good to go. You don't ferment it or mix it with carbonated or anything like that.
ah, okay.
Yeah.
I will try the Kava soon and see.
Yeah.
What about the way that it makes you feel? Is it similar or?
Well, I think I started feeling something different on the second.
Because you put gin in the second one, didn't you?
I did.
Ah,
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
But I still love Kava. And I have to invite you next time out.
Yeah, I definitely will, mate. And Brian's got to get off, so we're doing this not quickly, but he's got to get off, pick up the kids now. That is quite a good link into something I do want to ask in some of these Wonder with JB, because it's quite close to my heart. Fatherhood. Neither yourself nor your wife are from Thailand, right? So, fatherhood. I mean, what's it like bringing up a kid in Bangkok or Thailand in general? I mean, what's that like?
Well, I'll get to say Bangkok has a lot to offer in terms of activities. Okay, my kids are younger. My firstborn is 9, my secondborn is 6, almost 7.
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting old. And in terms of raising kids here, it's easy. The school system is wonderful, especially if you take them to like a very nice school.
Yeah.
The school system, support system is good. We have very many friends here, both Thai friends and Farang friends.
Okay.
And most of the times, especially over the weekends, we usually get the families to come together, get to bond more. The parents, we get to bond, the kids get to play together. So their friendship is not really limited onto the school grounds only. Yeah, we sort of tend to maintain a healthy relationship, especially for my kids. Because I don't know about you. Okay, your family is like half Thai, half foreigner, right?
Yep.
But for my family, for example, most of the friends my kids start getting used to, most of the time end up moving to another country.
Right.
Yeah, so that's usually like destabilizes them. Okay. So we also have told them you don't have to be friends only to foreigner kids, you know. Yeah. So also that's why they have friends, both Thai, Asian people. Okay. So even if like we usually have a high turnover of foreigners coming in and out. Like literally every 2-3 years someone moves out of the country. Yeah, so, but it's really wonderful. Bangkok is wonderful to raise kids. To answer your question, I totally deviated. Okay. Blame it on this.
I will.
I think because even in my house during dinner time, for example, we usually tend to keep all electronics aside. When it's dinner table, we'll sit by the dining table and actually talk to each other, find out how someone else's day was, and this is something my wife and I are trying to cultivate into the kids, so that they tend to get used to electronics a lot less and actually have human-to-human interaction. Yeah, that's a problem.
That's a good thing though that you're doing that. I totally agree with that, because how many times have we gone into a pub or a restaurant and all 4 people are looking at the phones, right?
I know.
You know?
I'm not the sort of person to judge how people raise kids, but I have a problem with that. You know? Yeah, I wouldn't give my kids like a tablet, especially in a public area.
Okay.
Yeah, go out, interact with people within reason, of course.
Right, let's catch a fish. Well, one of the guys down there has already caught one, so let's see if I can get one down here. Here, fishy. Oh. First time I fished in 40-something years, that's mad. You can rent those places by the night or by the afternoon or by the day, I think. I believe they have aircon, so you can fish for 24 hours, should you wish. It's 120 baht for a rod. Bring your own bait or buy it, it's just bread usually. And then if you catch a fish, for example tilapia, something like that, the first kilo's free, and thereafter it's 70 baht a kilo. That's pretty good. So that big fish that we've got over there, which I believe is a tilapia, I'm not sure if he's taking it home or we're going to eat it here, but we were just talking. I know I'm not in camera shot here. I'm not the focus of this. No, I've got a really crappy t-shirt on, and we were talking about sort of raising kids in Bangkok and Thailand. If you tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I'll give an example of what we usually do with my kids, for example.
Okay.
If they want to have like an indoor play,
yep,
we can easily take them to Ekamai, Gateway Ekamai, or actually there are very many kid-friendly places. Like nowadays my son is into doing laser tag at Central World.
Yes.
So you can easily take them there. But I am an outdoor person, so to speak.
Okay. Yep.
And when we want them to get in touch with nature, we take them to the community farm over in Bangkok, the Greenland. Have you been? Have you heard about it?
Do you know what? Not just heard about it. I walked past it recently and I thought, wow.
Yeah.
I was really, really impressed. You mean the one with the massive, on one side of the road you've got the big wooden horse.
That's
and
the
with
place.
the farmland on the other side. It's that looks fantastic.
No, it is fantastic.
Tell me about that place.
So every time I look at it, okay, rather the first time I went there, I'm like, it kind of like really reminded me of my childhood, you know.
Okay.
I grew up in Kenya, born and brought up in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up in the 80s, we didn't really have a lot of, you know, kid stuff to do. So we used to innovate and, for example, swimming, not very many people were familiar. Okay, not very many people knew how to swim really growing up. Yeah. We didn't have a lot of swimming pools. We had very few of them. But in case you go somewhere, you see like, you know, this is natural water out in the pool. Yeah. We used to go swim there. It was like that muddy brown water. We used to call it in the Swahili word mpararo. Mpararo basically means like to get really dusty and all that.
Fun when you were
fun
a kid.
Times, yeah. So even at the community farm, for example, they have clong water. They have this nice area kids can swim and all that. Of course, they do put on their life jackets and everything.
Of course. Yeah.
But one thing I like about it is they actually do get dirty. You know, you go into the muddy area, you slide into the muddy bath. I love that.
That's proper old school childhood.
Exactly. Yeah. Or maybe they go up on the horse, come down the slide, straight into the muddy bath.
And with the animals, sort of petting and stuff like that, I'd imagine.
Yes. The last time I went there, they even had an ostrich. It was only one. That was quite random, but yeah. There was an ostrich, they have goats, they have geese, they have ducks.
And how much is that for each kid? Roughly, if you remember.
Jesus, do I remember? I think it was something like 300 baht. I don't remember.
That's not too much.
I don't remember.
So you can have a day out there for that.
But the best thing about the community farm is the price you pay is like for the whole day. It's for the whole day, not like other places, the indoor places. You pay, then you're limited to like 2 hours maybe or 4 hours. The cost at community farm is for the whole day. And
how long would that take you to get to from Suburban, for example?
20 minutes max.
Wow, so you guys were
getting... We will drive down to the Wat Klong Toi Nok temple, then take a 5-minute boat ride across the Chao Phraya River. Then when you've crossed the river, it's only a 5-minute walk from the pier. It's not very far, so you don't even need to drive there.
Yeah, okay.
I remember the first time we came to live in Thailand. That was in 2018. We had wanted to go to the Green Lung. This is me deviating again.
Yeah.
We wanted to go to the Green Lung. We were still new. We didn't know how our way around, right? So we took a taxi from middle Sukhumvit area all the way to the Green Lung, to the botanical park, right?
Yeah, okay.
It took more than an hour 30 minutes because of traffic. It was over the weekend, and we paid almost something like 300 baht, I think.
So you mean you went round and over the bridge and right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's quite far.
But now we had to ask, when we were done with the Green Lung, what's the easiest and best way to go back to Bangkok? Then they told us, no, just walk to the pier and you pay 10 bahts to cross the river.
Yeah.
Then after you've crossed the river, you can easily pay, I think we paid 40 baht from the pier to our house, compared to how much longer and how much we paid going to the Green Lung. Okay, something about me, I was born and brought up in Nairobi, like I told you earlier on, and Nairobi is a big city.
So you were brought up in the city, yeah?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So, and I live in the city right now.
Right.
So me coming out to this particular area, for example, it gives me a different kind of feel, like a relaxing sort of feel,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I've come here and time has sort of feels like it's stopped.
Yeah.
You just get to be here, enjoy nature. Right now we're like in the straight line of the Suvarnabhumi airport. That's why you keep on hearing all the planes going to land.
Yep.
But other than the noisy jet engines passing above us, this place is pretty quiet. You can literally feel the birds singing, you know.
In general, yeah, it's very, very quiet.
I love this place. I love this place. The most important thing is we are catching up with also two other newly made friends. For me, they're your friends. No, they're my friends too.
One of them is my new friend, and the other one I've met maybe once before. But yeah, good guys. Really good guys. Really good guys.
So actually, so the fish was just to get us to hang out together again.
Absolutely, mate.
Most important is to have conversations catching up.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was a bonus.
And planning some future adventures very soon.
That's true.
Watch this space.
Watch this space.
This is the moment a few years ago when there were a number of giraffes being transported from Suvarnabhumi airport to a private zoo in Saraburi. Two of them escaped pretty close to my house in between Nong Chok and shatters. And this is the exact moment an absolute cockwomble decided to try and run a giraffe down on a motorbike. Anyway, they got one of the giraffes. The other one eluded capture for a whole day and was found in a swamp, whereupon, unfortunately, it died. But that's right, a giraffe on the loose in Bangkok.